Hello my friends, it's Lisa here from Arcane and Stellar with a pick a card reading. And in this pick a card reading, we're going to be looking at the person on your mind and what is really going on inside of their head, especially in regards maybe to you and the connection. What are they thinking? Like kind of just, I guess, what's their mindset at this moment? And of course this is going to be like maybe current energy, and it does mean that first of all this is a timeless reading. So whenever you kind of come across it and you feel drawn to it, it can resonate for you. The other thing too is that you may find that if you watch it on one day, it might be a little bit different in the future, like in a week or two. That's why it's always interesting to leave a comment if you ever come back and then see if you choose the same group or if you get a totally different one. But yeah, anyways guys, there are 5 groups here. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I encourage you to, use your intuition to choose, and the timestamps will be down below in the description box as well as the comment section. Hopefully, I don't know if I'll have the comment section up because I will be going when, I won't be here I think when this posts, but, so I don't know, maybe I'll get to it. But if not, if one of you lovely people wants to put those in the thing, if I haven't, I would very much appreciate it. So, personal life stuff, if you're interested and you're still listening. I've been doing a little bit better. I've been extremely busy. And I've been doing a lot of personal readings, a lot of personal life stuff. So sorry I have been a bit slow. I actually drew the piles for this particular reading yesterday, but I never got around to doing the reading until today. So hopefully I'll get this up for you guys and you guys will feel happy. If you have any suggestions for videos you want to be seeing on the channel, please let me know. I always love suggestions. It helps me feel inspired too, because sometimes I'm not sure what people are wanting to hear. So anyways, I hope this reading finds you blessed and happy and that you're doing well. Thank you so much for your support, guys, and I'll see you in your reading. Hello my friends, if you chose group number 1 here, this is your reading. So let's find out what's going on in your person's mind in regards to this connection. So we have the song Midnight City by M83. I thought that was an interesting song to come out. I know that it talks about waiting for the right time in there. And so again, I would encourage you to go look at the lyrics and see if it resonates with you. But that was the thing that kind of stuck out to me about that song in particular. It's like waiting in the car, waiting, I think, for the right time is one of the lyrics. And so I wonder if there might be something about timing here in this connection or on this person's mind. Maybe they're waiting for the right time, because I do feel like you guys have quite maybe like a complicated situation, and I'm going to get into why that is. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to start with is a 7 of Cups. I would tell you that this person, perhaps in their mind, there are a lot of different scenarios in their head. There could be a lot of fantasies around you that kind of linger through their head and, drift through there. They kind of go through a lot of different daydreams about you. It could also talk sometimes about a lot of different options and possibilities between the two of you. And I do feel like for many of you, this person might feel a little bit unclear about what the future is at this time. And I get that because probably this connection is quite complicated. With this like kind of imagery here, many of you may have played this game as a child. I used to do string games like that. But yeah, usually they get kind of complicated and intricate. So there could be, in their mind, they might feel like this is quite a difficult situation. Maybe there are a lot of obstacles or something like that. And for some of you, this might be a third party because, first of all, we have the snake. And then, as well, in this card in particular, I noticed this person in the background behind these 2 girls. So there could be another person or a situation involved for some of you, not all of you, by the way. And if it were, you would know it, okay? If you don't know something, don't be afraid and think, oh, this person has another person, or anything like that. It's something you'd be aware of. Sometimes, like a third party or something can talk about other things such as distance or, I don't know, different, I guess maybe different places in life or whatnot, you know what I mean? But yeah, the snake can talk about competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder, the other woman. And there could be a little bit of fear in this person's mind too about this connection. Because, like, think about it, once bitten, twice shy. So if this person's been bitten in love before, or in relationships, or in whatever situation you find yourself in with this person, it could be that there's a little bit of a fear of taking that risk again. But I don't think that this person is willing to let go. I feel like they are still desiring to kind of hope that this connection can work out. I don't think this is a person who's giving up at all by any means. In fact, we have the Phoenix, which says new phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, and changed mind. So for those of you, especially where maybe this person pulled away, you may expect this person to kind of pop back in. The thing about the Death card, and we'll get into that in a minute, because I'm going to actually read from my book on this one, because I want to show you guys like something. But no, the Death card can really signify a deep connection. So I'm going to show you guys. This is one of my favorite books. I show it sometimes on the channel, and some of you have seen it in personal readings, but this is a really valuable book to me. It's not in print. You can find it on Amazon. Used. It's a deck. I don't really like the deck, but I love the book. And it's yeah, like I said, it's out of print, so sometimes it gets crazy expensive. I don't know how much it's running now, but worth looking it up. The Death card, when it talks about a person, about your partner, or, you know, the person on your mind, it says death is linked closely with the astrological sign Scorpio, which rules the 8th house of the zodiac wheel. This house governs matters of sexuality and death, and represents what we receive from the outside world. When signifying a partner, death denotes someone whose love for you is deep and powerful. Your sexual connection is profoundly passionate. Together you may experience the transcendent physical love which has yet have so often been compared to dying. Shades of obsession, of lack of all control, may frighten you when you perceive them in your partner. His or her influence upon you resembles an enchantment you are unable to resist. The charisma and sexual presence this person exudes affects you in a way that you've never before experienced. A partner symbolized by this card represents an inescapable and fateful encounter. The individual may not be powerful in themselves, but his or her effect upon you will resonate throughout your life and shape your future. And when it talks about a relationship too, it talks about it says the Greek myth of the goddess Persephone, bride of Hades, throws light on your relationship now. It tells the story of the transformation of an innocent maiden into the mistress of death and magic, which Persephone, a queen of the underworld, came to personify. Similarly, although you may resist at first, this love affair spells the end of your naivety and will irrevocably change your attitudes towards love. Your relationship can never be a flirtatious or superficial one. It may even at its most luminous and loving prove painful. You may share trauma, dark days when nothing seems right, nothing goes well. Your shared suffering will, in the end, strengthen the bonds between you. This association is truly for the better, for worse, in sickness and in health. You see? So this is definitely a significant connection. And they might, you know, there's a good chance that this person is kind of confused about what to do about it. It's like I feel like they're of the mind that they want to trust this connection. They want to let go and just kind of fall into it. But I do feel like that it's like they're enchanted in a way. Even so, because look at the trust card here. There's this angel and she's kind of standing on the rocks, and it looks like maybe there's a sea down there or something. And it's sort of like reminding me of just kind of like falling in, and like trusting that, you'll be carried through, by the wings, as an example. So I think that this person's trying to kind of trust this connection. I think they're willing to kind of try it. There's also Jupiter, which denotes, a sense of optimism. This could also talk about distance. For some of you, there might be a long-distance romance going on or something like that too. The 5th house talks about love affairs, romance, and all that kind of stuff, passion, and good times and stuff like that. Again, there's the energy of like Leo and Sagittarius, by the way, and water signs and Scorpio. But so those could be relevant signs. But like I said, there are definitely romantic feelings on this person's end here with the 5th house, okay? So there is some sort of romantic feelings. Also, the 5th house can rule like gambling. And so I do feel like with Jupiter, in the 5th house together, it really does feel like this person wants to take a risk with you. And that's kind of what they're really thinking about. Now, I can't promise that for all of you they're going to take that risk, but I feel like they're kind of in the mood to do it. And I think the only thing that maybe stands in the way here of this person right now fully going into something with you is maybe this Snake card in particular. Maybe there is something there that they're a little bit worried about. But I don't think I don't think that's something that will hold them back forever. Because like I said, I do feel like their thoughts are that this connection's like something beyond what they can kind of control. Like they can't control the feelings. It's just the way it is. I do feel like this person, there's some sort of bond here between the two of you, clearly. We have these two women, or two girls, holding hands. So, you know, that makes me feel like friendship. Again, this could be signifying for some of you there's a same-sex relationship. Not all of you. Again, like I said, you know, this card's interesting because it's like partially you wonder, is this the person in the future? Is this girl on the right, this girl in the future? And it's, you know, it can be taken in a lot of different ways in different contexts. That's why I love this deck so much, because it's just an intuitive deck. But there's a sense of maybe a battle. It could be like a battle warrior or somebody really who you, or they feel like they can tell you everything, or maybe they feel like a guide to you. There might be something about influencing the other or acting as some sort of sense of support. And that's also because of Jupiter as well, because that can be kind of like a teacher, a guru, or somebody who's kind of a leader in some way. Jupiter, when it comes to like romance houses or relationship houses, I suppose, or, you know, acts like in aspects to Venus as well, is it can talk about like romance with like a person who opens their eyes. Right? Because Jupiter's all about expansion of the mind and of your body and everything. It's kind of just expanding out into the world. And so, again, like I have Jupiter in my 7th house, right, in astrology, in my astrological chart. And so I married a foreigner. And I've often found myself like that's who I've always been attracted to. People from different cultures. And people who have like different viewpoints. Because it's like, oh, I can like learn from them. You know? And that can be what Jupiter in the 7th house means. In the 5th house too, there might be an attraction to like romantic partners that come from different backgrounds, different cultures. Or have something to teach you or offer you. Or there's some sort of philosophical kind of bond between the two of you. And I found that even in natal charts. Like I was listening to George Michael not too long ago. Some of you might have seen that story because you know I do a lot of these types of stories on Instagram where I talk about songs and the astrological placements because I always can guess it. I'm pretty good at it. Especially if I see the songwriter's chart. But George Michael had a particular like kind of theme in a few of his songs. I thought about One More Try and Father Figure, and I was like, he always is talking about like teachers or people who are like older or something like that, or daddy, like a father figure, like the whole. Anyways, I was like, he has to have either a few things. He either has Jupiter in the 7th or Saturn in the 7th, or he has Saturn Venus or Jupiter Venus contacts. And I went and looked at his chart. And sure enough, he did have Saturn, Venus, and Jupiter, Venus contacts in his chart. So I wasn't surprised by any means to see that. Because, like, that's the energy here. So it could be that one of you's older. That's another possibility. Or one of you's foreign. Or, again, there's that kind of influence from Jupiter. Again, it also talks about this person really, like I said, wanting to take a risk. They might risk it all for you. Like, this person could very well risk everything in their life for you. And that might be what's going through their head right now. But, let's see here. Anything else I want to say? Again, I do get the sense of a lot of romantic fantasies. I do get the sense of a strong, like, sexual connection or sexual desire here on this person's end. I feel like, there is something that they feel is very faded. And that's the other thing, too. It almost might feel like, why did this, I almost wonder if this person has the idea, or like this thought, like, why did this happen? Like, why did this have to happen? Maybe the timing's not right or something like that. I'm going to use my little homemade cards. I get a lot of questions about these recently. They're homemade. I just made them myself. Let's just get a few little messages from your person, and I will finish up the reading. Just remember one's person, what they want to say. I can't believe you'd like me too. So there could be some disbelief about you know, you even liking them as much, or back, you know, maybe it's hard for them to believe. If I ever touch you, I'll never stop. Well, there, I told you about that death card. I like you. I feel like a dick. Maybe this person has some sort of guilt or something, or has said something recently that kind of made them feel like a dick. One more. Okay. Your words keep replaying in my head. Okay, well, again, I think that there's probably something that they're kind of stuck on when it comes to something you've said recently. And I'm not who you think I am. You know what? I feel like this person, with the I can't believe you'd like me to, and I'm not who you think I am, this person could have self-confidence issues. There might be something here about this, especially with the competition and the snake. If there's no other person kind of in the way, or some other situation in the way, it could be that this person just has a lot of self-esteem issues. Maybe they think if you really knew them that you wouldn't like them. A lot of people think like that. I can be like that myself very often, where I think that, like, oh, who would like me? If they knew me, they'd hate me. Oh, and there we have, I hate how far apart we are. So there's a definite dislike for distance for those of you that are in, like, long distance situations. Like, they despise the fact that you guys are not closer together. For sure. Okay. So I'm not going to be doing any letters or charms for this particular reading. I think I'll just kind of keep it at this, but I am wishing you guys the very, very best. I hope that this gave you some insight. Let me know if it resonated, and take care of yourselves, and I will see you on the next reading, okay? Lots of love. Bye-bye. Hello, my friends. So if you chose group number 2 here, this is your reading. So let's find out what your person's thinking. What's going on in their mind when it comes to the connection you're having, regardless of what kind of connection it is. So we have the song, and I'm going to talk here real quick about the songs. You actually had a few songs. So what the first song that came out actually was Voodoo by Godsmack. And I was like, huh? I was like, maybe I can get a better song, right? I'm like, this seems like kind of aggressive. I don't know about this one. And then it came on again. I pulled out of my shuffle, refreshed everything, and it freaking came on again. And I was like, okay. And I'm like, okay, well, let me just see if I get another one. And I had White Blank Page, so by Mumford & Sons. It's kind of interesting because it kind of seems like sort of like deep, kind of a little bit aggressive music. I'm not sure what's up with that. Oh, and there was one other song. Hold on. What was it? I'll Never Be Like You. Kai or something like that. I don't, it's not a song I'm familiar with. But yeah, it was like Kai Flume maybe or something. I'll Never Be Like You. So it was kind of weird because it seemed like all the songs that were coming out for this group were kind of a little bit more on the edgy side. I guess you could say. So I don't know, maybe that will mean something to some of you. Hopefully. Let's see here. We've got the Ten of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. Trine and Aries. Career. Ascending and Seduction. So, this person's mind when it comes to you. Well, there's a focus on the long term. There might be like a desire to kind of really come together really fast. I could imagine that this person like thinks about being with you on a long-term scale, like as in you're the one. Because look at this. We also have this particular card which shows a couple drawing a child. And I almost wonder if this person's thought about having children with you. For some of you, they might have thought about that. I don't know if you guys have had discussions with this person about it. It might be on their mind. Perhaps if you've had a discussion about children recently. But it's about possibility, you know. I think that this person, even if it's not children necessarily, it shows the possibility of a future together. And I think that this person's really considering like a long-term future with you. For those of you that are in a connection already, well, you got it. It seems like this person really loves you and cares about you. For others of you, though, like I said, there's something that really just kind of flows well between you. We have the trine here, which is about, harmony, and kind of like it's a harmonious aspect. So I would say that this person feels like in a good flow with you. There's not only loyalty here and dedication on this person's mind, and kind of like this long term, but also there's a lot of passion. I think that this person really is quite turned on. Now, the Knight of Wands in the Aries card could also indicate that this person has a little bit of a temper. I don't know. Maybe that's what some of this is about. Maybe if for some of you, with the songs, I mean. It could be that you guys just like these groups, or you like this type of music. Again, it may not be that, it may not be like that it has to be that the song resonates. And of course, it could be different for everyone, but this person wants to be with you, is what's on their mind, and they think about it a lot. We also have ascending here. It says transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, preparing for union. Well, this person wants to kind of overcome obstacles in particular. And then we have seduction, attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third-party interference. Again, for some of you, there might be a third party here. Not for all of you, though. I do think that this seduction card really does indicate that they're very, seduced by you. Like, they have very, strong, passionate feelings when it comes to you. Especially because of, like I said, that Aries energy, that Knight of Wands energy. There's definitely a lot of desire. I think this person would want to kind of hook up if they could. But not just like a hookup, though. With the Ten of Pentacles, this tells me that there's something more. As well, we have career here. So there could be some sort of... A career could signify that they're thinking a lot about work. Maybe there's a connection between the two of you in a career. Maybe some of you work with this person. It could be that they want to do something with you, or combine resources or something like that, too, because of the Ten of Pentacles. But certainly career somehow is factoring into their thoughts right now. For some of you, if you're at a distance, they could be thinking about how to make a career near you, as an example. But there's something very supportive about this connection. I feel like for some of you, there could be a long distance. And I noticed it in this card because look at, there's this woman standing in the mirror, and there's a man right behind her. Yet she can't see his reflection. He's holding back her hair. I really do feel like this person, depending on, I guess, which role they're in, it seems like there's a lot of care here. And support. And maybe it's a little bit on the hidden side for some reason. You know what's interesting is they're also erasing. It looks like she's holding an eraser. Or rubber, depending on where you're from. So I wonder if there is something a little bit hidden about this or something. But honestly, I think one of the biggest things I can take out of this reading for you guys is that there is like a strong level of attraction, but also a strong level of desire to kind of come together. I really do feel like this person sees like a lot of potential with you. Particularly if you guys are looking for like, work or something like that too. Like I said, there might be some kind of strong bond there. Okay, Spirit Guides, group number 2's person. What would they want to say? Oh, I was going to use my my cards here. Some people have been asking me where these are from. I made them. I bought the cards off of Amazon. Just look up like brown paper cards. Index card. I can't remember how I found them, but I just write on them. Hold on. This has been turned over for a while. That's driving me nuts. Okay. What would group number 2's person want to say to them? What they want to say right now? What would group number 2's person want to say right now at this moment? There is definitely an impulsive energy. I love you. So I have regrets and I love you. So this person might want to express love. Again, if it doesn't feel realistic for it to be love yet, there's that potential. But, you know, Aries, honestly, I'm an Aries, Sun, Moon, Mercury, and Venus, and I can tell you that I do it like that, you know, I love stuff. I just, when I know. And by the way, you know, it doesn't just, like, disappear for me, like they say about Aries Venuses. Okay, you bring out the best and the worst in me. That's interesting. I wonder, with these kinds of, like, songs that have been popping out, I do wonder if the desire is pretty strong and it can kind of cause, like, ups and downs. Because sometimes when you're really desiring something and you're really feeling passionate about it, it can easily turn from, like, you know, sexual, like, energy into anger or jealousy or something like that. I wonder if there's something about that here. Maybe you guys got some, like, Mars connections and synastry. Can we just be friends? We have too many here, sorry. So, can we just be friends? It does seem like maybe there's something, maybe for some of you, that it's like they're not quite ready to be more than friends. Maybe there are certain things that have to happen. Like, well, the transcending obstacles is an example. What does this person want to say to them? We also have this feels wrong. Oh, okay. Yeah, if there's like you know, honestly, like if there's a third thing going on, like if there's something kind of morally wrong, you know what I mean, in this connection, I think this is more specific for those of you, honestly, with that kind of situation. If there's something morally wrong, in their eyes, it might be that they don't want to kind of take it further at this time because of that. For sure. Maybe they're kind of like, you know, trying to behave themselves. Okay. Your words keep replaying in my head. So there could be something that you've said that triggers this person, that they kind of can't stop thinking about. I'm inexperienced. So they might feel inexperienced in this kind of connection. I see signs of you all the time. So this person could be hearing, you know, songs that remind you of them, or seeing numbers, or seeing your name around, or just seeing signs and synchronicities when it comes to you, or things you're talking about, as an example. Oh, we have one that go down. Let's see. I didn't mean to hurt you, so there might be if there has been something here, they might have been wanting to say sorry about something, especially if there was some sort of immature behavior that they've kind of engaged in, or kind of quick to act, something impulsive. The one thing I can say about, like, the Wands and Aries energy, like, and especially for me as an Aries, I know this pretty well. Sometimes we just say shit that is not nice. You know, it's kind of like thoughtless, I guess you could say. It's like, oh crap, you know how many times I put my foot in my mouth? Oh my goodness gracious. So many times in my life, because, you know, I just rattle off some of the dumbest stuff sometimes, and it's like, it totally comes from a place of, like, innocence. I usually don't know that I'm, you know, saying something stupid, generally. But again, there could be, like, anger there, you know, for some of you. It depends on the situation, you know. We have, if I ever touch you, I'll never stop. So again, it's like a lot of sexual passion here. I think this person, it's like, if they got a hold of you, they'd want to, like, marry you. That kind of thing. And it's like, maybe that's why they're a little bit apprehensive. Okay. We have Trust in Me, which is a song by Etta James. So Trust in Me. You can look up the lyrics to that. And I Dream About You. So yeah, definitely a lot of dreaming about you. Yep. Yeah, so definitely a lot of passion, like I said, with this, if I ever touch you, I'll never stop. And maybe some regrets about, like, maybe that hurting you or something like that, if they have. But if you've been seeing signs of this person, I feel like they've also been seeing signs of you. Like a lot of synchronicities, or you say something, they see it, or vice versa, or they, you know, they think of you, and then all of a sudden you message, that kind of thing. But it could be that this person, like I said, if you have that situation where maybe there is a moral issue here between the two of you, it might be that they want to just kind of keep it at friends and maybe until something changes, until obstacles maybe are out of the way. But like long term, I feel like they have a lot of long term ideas about you, or they think about you in the long term. So I hope that that helps. I really hope this gives you insight into the person in your mind. And I'm wishing you all the very, very best. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you on the next reading, okay? Bye-bye. Hello, my friends. If you chose group number 3 here, this is your reading. So let's find out what's on your person's mind when it comes to this connection. So your song here that you got is Texas Sun. This is by, well, it's Leon Bridges and another name I cannot pronounce. Let me just hold it up there for you. I absolutely love this song. Very beautiful song. I love it. Okay, let's see here what's up. So we have this. Taurus and Capricorn. Healthy choices and cassette. Okay. What is on this person's mind? Well, I will say that this person is trying to make healthy choices when it comes to you. And it's not only this card in particular here, which says making healthy choices in love and in life, self-love, self-care, being happier. They might be thinking about how to make you happier, to be honest, for some of you, especially if you notice this person's kind of making certain gestures at you in particular. But I do feel like this person is kind of has their mind on trying to make healthier choices. I think this person's really trying to be a better person maybe than they've been in the past, or they're honestly trying to like look at their mistakes and make better choices in particular. I get that also because of the Taurus and the Capricorn energy. I really do feel like this person is trying to be very grounded. You know, Taurus and Capricorn are both earth signs. So again, maybe for some of you there are going to be placements in these signs that will make sense to you. There's also Cancer here, and then fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But Taurus and Capricorn are both earth houses and earth signs, you know, and then the earth houses, the 2nd and the 10th. This can talk about financial kind of stuff going on here, possibly. But it can talk about like stability, longevity. I feel like this person, if they've been burned in the past, they might want to see proof of the possibility, as an example. I really do feel like this might be a person whose desire is very strong, but is feeling a little bit confused when it comes to the connection, or a little unclear. I feel like this person could actually, even if, especially with these two cards here, this is interesting. We have a woman here with a sword. And swords, you know, usually to me kind of signify truth and clarity and kind of cutting through the bullshit, as an example. And this woman's really proudly kind of standing with her sword. And then we have a butterfly here that's a bit damaged. And it makes me feel as if this person is a lot more sensitive than they might look. This person could be putting off like kind of an air that's like, oh yeah, I'm totally like cool, it's fine, awesome, nothing bothers me. But this is actually a person who has a lot of deep emotions and is a very delicate type of person. Very easily hurt, I feel. Even if they try to pretend otherwise. The moon card can be associated with Pisces. I'm going to go ahead and read, and I did this for another group. I think it was group 1, but this is a book I often fall back on. It's an old book, it's out of print. This is from the 90s, and it's called The Lover's Tarot, and it's a deck, but the book is amazing. I don't use the deck, I don't really resonate with it, but I really do like the book. The moon card, it says, whilst your partner may be a very successful, creative individual, above all, he or she is a dreamer. Those who work in the theater, film industry, music business, or create fiction are often signified by this card. Any work which involves creating an illusion is suggested, for the moon is all about the atmosphere and ambience. As the moon waxes and wanes, so your partner's behavior undergoes subtle changes. A zany and spontaneous sense of humor is characteristic of this person, together with inspirational rather than logical ideas. Such a person may take you on a magical mystery tour, weaving romantic dreams and building castles in the air. This card relates to the enchantment and romance which precedes a long-term partnership. With this person, you could discover the spiritual heights of love and wallow shamelessly in sentimentality. Your partner seeks to care for you as you've never been cared for before, understanding your feelings at some deep and wordless level, with a love that is intense but never insistent. As a lover, your partner is supremely sensual, affectionate, and tender, but only able to express feelings indirectly, so it's a great act of courage to say, I love you. So this is interesting because I feel like that's the thing. This person, I think one of the things that's really on their mind is maybe perhaps expressing how much they care about you. That's funny because like Taurus and Capricorn, very earthly signs, not so quick to say I love you, not so quick to kind of express the love. Maybe they'll show it to you in actions before they kind of speak it out in words. And it feels like for some of you, this person might be thinking, it's kind of like they want to express their feelings, but they're having a really hard time doing it. And again, I feel like it might have something to do with this cassette tape. It does make me think of, past events that kind of have hurt this person. In particular, I do feel like this person ruminates a lot on your conversations, and kind of the things that you say really hit them hard. There's also, of course, that sensual factor here of attraction. Again, I feel like this is a person who maybe has a hard time being direct. I really do get the sense that this person wants to share their feelings. I'm going to read the relationship here. It says, the moon offers the gift of psychic connections, shared visions, and spiritual communion. Any relationship signified by this card is complex and full of unconscious undercurrents. Since the moon rules the unborn, your attraction to each other may still be dreamy and unformed. Many things have yet to be said and experienced within your union. That's another thing I wanted to say here too. With the moon and then such earthly cards, it feels like this person, especially if they come off as kind of practical and logical, I guarantee you that they're not nearly as practical and logical as they appear to be. Okay? There might be some sort of like water/earth placements in this person or something like that. It says many things have yet to be said and experienced within your union. Inexplicable feelings may assail you both, and you may be unable to identify why you are so attracted to your partner. So there could be like a little bit like, oh my god, I'm so attracted, but why? Like, what is this? It's like when you're just kind of like soulmates and you just can't. It's like magnets. Your relationship may exist in a vacuum or private world within which you share certain dreams and certain longings. However, you may lack the courage to bring such things into reality. What you share seems too fragile. Too fragile. And then there's the butterfly. Okay, sorry. Too precious to risk exposing it to the bright light of day. It's possible that your relationship is a clandestine one. Sorry, I always have trouble saying that word. However, its secrecy makes it all the more magical to you both. This union has its own reality, which may not survive the years, the pressure of children, or the practicalities of marriage and living together, but will always remain a romantic dream, a special interlude, an enduring and poignant memory. Well, I don't think that that necessarily is part of it, because I do think that here with Taurus and Capricorn, there's a desire to make it earthly. But there might be a little bit of a not uncertainty, I guess, about how that can happen. There could be a desire to kind of, I really do feel like this person kind of wants to make it work in some way, to be more open. There's definitely something that they want to communicate. In particular, too, if you've been kind of getting a mixed energy from this person, like maybe they're kind of like not giving a clear signals. It feels like maybe they really want to. Let's see. What would they want to say to those that chose group number 3? What would their person want to say? Group number 3's person. I'm pretending I don't care. Okay, interesting. What would their person want to say? I spy on you. So they might be checking you out and kind of looking through your pictures or trying to spy on you, find out about you. I miss the sound of your voice. I've been keeping my eye on you. Okay, wow, that's funny. We have I spy on you and I've been keeping my eye on you. So there's definitely a lot of watching you. And And there is that sound, that missing the sound of your voice. So you might like talking to you. Again, cassette and the miss your sound of your voice. If you guys leave each other voice notes, they might replay them. I know you care. So they might be thinking that they know that you care. You bring out the best and the worst in me. Ooh, that's interesting. That came out in group number 2, I think. It was. Yeah. And maybe this person feels like, you know, there's such good things and bad things here too. Like, they like the feelings, but at the same time they don't. Maybe they don't like all the feelings that they're experiencing. We have I love you. I'm scared of the past. Yeah, I said that. Yep. There is a fear of the past experiences. We have I want to see you. That's another thing too. With the moon, there could be some sort of like distance here, or not seeing each other, or their lack of clarity. And then with these earthly cards too kind of popping up, it's like a more physicality, I guess. Maybe seeing you more in person as an example. Getting together. I hate how far apart we are. Well, there's confirmation for those of you at the distance. Say something. And I want to hold your hand. I think of that song by the Beatles, of course. I want to hold your hand. If you really knew me, you'd reject me. So again, there could be a lot of fear on this person's part of being hurt. Maybe they've been rejected in the past and kind of broken, and so they kind of worry about that happening to them again. If I were honest with you, you'd hate me. Interesting. And then if I ever touch you, I'll never stop. Well, there's definitely an attraction here for sure with the moon card. And then if with this in particular, there is a fear of rejection though on this person's part. It very well probably could come from the past. It looks like, as I said, but definitely like a lot about physicality. Like they really want to be closer to you. That's interesting because the Eight of Wands can be about traveling. And with the moon here about kind of being like out of touch or something like that. And the earth, I really feel like a lot of you at the distance, this person's thinking all about kind of like how to be with you. And I love you. Like I said, there's that kind of, there's love here. We got that twice actually. You bring out the best and the worst in me. I know you care. I miss the sound of your voice. Yeah. And definitely a lot of keeping their eye on you. But they could be kind of putting up that front, like not really speaking directly. I'm pretending I don't care. Like they try to act like nothing bothers them or something like that. Oh yeah, I'm fine. I don't really care. Yeah, they do. They're lying to you. They're lying. Let me tell you. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you guys. That's currently what's kind of going on in your person's mind. As I mentioned in the intro, you know, another pile, if you feel resonate, you know, if you want to check it out, that's always good. And it's always interesting to come back in the future because these are current energies. So it could be shifting and changing in the near future and stuff like that. You never know. But I'm wishing you guys the best. If you like this reading, let me know in the comments below. Give me a like, a thumbs up, and comment if you want. But take care of yourselves, guys, and I will see you all in the next reading. Hello, my friends. If you chose group number 4 here, this is your reading. So let's find out what's on your person's mind when it comes to you. Oh my goodness. Okay. This is an interesting group here. So we have friendship here. So definitely with friendship here, there could be a friendship at the base of this connection. Maybe this is how it started. We also have Scorpio and Leo. Hand of Cards and Love. Queen of Wands and King of Pentacles. Okay, so for some of you, there might be some fire energy and some earth energy in your guys' charts. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. We also have Scorpio and Leo showing up too. So a lot of fire stuff going on. Okay. What is on their mind when it comes to you? Well, I certainly get a very supportive approach on this person's part. It feels like This could be somebody at this point that's kind of going through a darker time in their life. Not only because of the Scorpio card, but also this card in particular can talk about feeling quite alone. And let me just kind of zoom this in or get it so you can see. You can see she's naked and very vulnerable, and she's feeling a bit tied down. So it could be that this person is feeling like that themselves. It might feel like they're kind of going through a really dark moment. That might be kind of on their mind. Scorpio, like I said, can be very transformative, and it can talk about really dark stuff. Sometimes it can talk about a lot of secrets, like this person maybe has a lot of secrets, possibly, as well. There also could be like secret feelings here as well, certainly. Leo and Scorpio are actually squaring energies, right? Because they're both fixed signs, and so their energy does square each other. And Leo's so flamboyant, while Scorpio's a little bit more on the quieter side. At least I think so. I think they both can be like, pretty jealous. I think that there are definitely some common things. Of course, they're in the same modality, of course. So there can be like some common threads. It could indicate that maybe you and the person are quite different. One of you might be a lot slower, and the other one might be a little bit more passionate. I'm not sure how that dynamic might work for you, but I do feel like you guys have a shared sort of desire for growth. And I think that when this person comes on, like when you come to this person's mind, they have like sweet, innocent thoughts about you. There's also, like I said, it's like something very supportive here with this card in particular. Like they maybe value your support, or they want to support you in some way, depending. Like we have the love card too, and it talks about unconditional love, affection, attraction. So there's definitely like feelings of love here. It's like friendship turning into something more. What is that from? Oh gosh, what is it? Love is friendship on fire. Damn it. Love is friendship caught on fire. What is that from? Is that from Northern Exposure? I don't remember. I have it, I think it in my phone somewhere. But it could be that type of thing where it's sort of like, I do feel like this person thinks you're a great friend. There's like a lot of value there. But it's also kind of secretive. It's almost like, okay, now this is your person's mind. We have the Hand of Cards here. So again, it might be that they're a little bit afraid to show like what they're kind of thinking at this time with you. I don't know. For some of you, it could be that they want to take a risk with you, but for others of you, they might be being a little bit strategic at this time. Maybe because they are afraid of like a negative outcome, as an example. And like with this particular card here, the Pegasus, we see a lot about wings, and maybe in some way the innocence of this, they're afraid to kind of ruin it for some of you. But there's definitely a sense of like passion and loyalty here. I would say that this person thinks of you as a very friendly person, maybe a little bit dark but still friendly and like generous and kind. But you might have a dark side. Hold on. Let's see here. What would group number 4's person want to say to them? I just don't feel the same. Now, I'm going to be honest, for some of you guys, it may be that this person doesn't quite share the same feelings as you just yet. We have friendship here. I can't help but notice that. And I do wonder if this is a situation in which this person just doesn't feel on the same level as you yet. Or let me see what's going on. I'm going through a lot. Yeah, I do get that with this person. Maybe they're not in the place to kind of develop something right now. I've been daydreaming about you. And I feel like that I just don't feel the same. You'll know it. I mean, if this person's telling you otherwise, clearly that card might not be for you. But okay, so that's clearly. But for some of you, if this person's not really saying it, or they've kind of told you that, they might be telling you the truth. We have you're a unicorn in a world of sheep, so there's definitely something this person feels is very unique about you. We have I'm inexperienced as well. So they might be feeling like they don't have the right experience at this time to kind of handle something. We have soulmate here as well. So I do get the sense that they have like very like caring feelings about you. You have a heart of gold. Yeah, I said generous heart as well. Unblock me. So again, for some of you, you might have this person blocked. And I have a hard time opening up. Yeah, you know that's the thing about fixed signs, like Leo and Scorpio. I do think that there is a little bit of a fear of opening up. Although Leos can be very, outgoing in many ways, or seen as outgoing, there can be a level of pride there that kind of keep them hiding themselves. Their actual self. Deep down. And the same with Scorpio, by the way, as well. Scorpio, that's why it's so secretive and mysterious sometimes. It's because there's a lot going on under the surface, And maybe this person has a hard time opening up and kind of sharing the innocence of themselves with other people. We also have I'm scared of the past, so there could be a fear of the past. And maybe that's where the strategy comes in, because they're not willing to kind of risk it yet. I do wonder if for some of you it's like, especially with the soulmate, it's like even if maybe you guys are quite different, you're still like very much kind of like soulmatey. Like it's like there's just a bond there. I might do something a little bit extra for you guys. I didn't do this for the other groups, but I'll just do it for you guys. I want to kind of see, because I do feel like some of you might be friend zoned with this person and others of you aren't, and I know that's really confusing. Hopefully you guys know the answer to that. What does this person want to happen? Group number 4, for the majority, is this like, what's going on? Okay. For some of you, if there is like a kind of a oh damn. Okay, let's see. Again, not a clear message. Well, there is a clear message, kind of. It just depends on the context of of your situation, but for some of you, this person might have to leave a relationship, or you need to, possibly. There could be some sort of big changes that kind of have to happen. Now, the Death card, and talk about like a very deep connection in which you guys are kind of like very much linked. And sometimes it's not an easy relationship. There are a lot of changes that have to happen as well. And particularly with the 3 of Pentacles, I mean, for some of you, honestly, you're friend zoned right now. And for others of you, it's like and I feel like a shithead saying that, because I know it's going to confuse some of you. Because it's like, oh, am I friend? Especially for those of you that are wondering if you're out of the friend zone. But honestly, I'll tell you, straight up, if they're not really making moves towards you or really being authentic and honest and upfront, then maybe you are in the friend zone. Because, I mean, generally, although they may have a hard time opening up, maybe you're in the friend zone because of a certain situation that's between the two of you at this moment. Maybe if there was some ending, there could be some sort of possibility here. But I do get a deep sense of caring. Like, I really, really do. But it does feel like, and this popped down here with the Eight of Swords, is that there is a feeling of feeling a little bit trapped here. Not feeling able to kind of open up fully, as an example. And if there really is something kind of going on between the two of you, in which, you know, they feel like you need to end it, or it needs to end on their part, it could be that, you know, that's why. They just want to be friends or something like that as well at this time. Yeah, some of you, again, there might be a distance here. That we have the Hermit here and the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, there could be a distance for some of you. And that could also be an obstacle. Particularly the Queen of Pentacles if someone's married, as an example. And such things like that. Sometimes, too, if there's like a lack of physical contact, that might be an issue as well. If there is a distance, especially with the Nine of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles, that might be an issue. The lack of physical contact. If you guys haven't been physically intimate or something, or you can't be, that could be also affecting this person's connection. And maybe that's what they would want, is to be able to kind of be more physically intimate, to have more time in person, as an example. That could definitely be something, I would say, that could be going on in their mind. They might be thinking about, okay, like, how can I make that happen? What else are they thinking? Just final messages here. Group number 4's person. Well, Six of Cups, nostalgia, memories. They might be thinking about the past when it comes to you. They could be thinking about a painful past here with the Three of Swords. Yeah, they could feel, oh man, okay, they're not feeling maybe so great. They might be thinking about something kind of negative at the moment. There could be a desire to kind of reunite here. Oh, yep. A lot of you, especially if you've had an argument with this person or falling out, it's like, this person wants to maintain the connection. That's what I'm really getting here. Like, this is a person, especially with the Scorpio and the Leo, that fixed energy. It's not somebody who's letting go of this. And they still kind of hold on and wait. But I do feel like there's a lot of love and support on this person's part, even if they're not really sharing. And again, if you've kind of left them out in the cold, like, that kills them. Like, I really don't think they're very happy about that. And they might want to really reunite. I can't promise you that they will, but, because, you know, just a general reading. But I do really feel like this person wants to. But at the same time, it's like they're really kind of holding back at the moment. And maybe it's because there are some sort of factors between the two of you that are kind of causing that, you know, that problem. But there's so much innocence and kindness here. I really do feel like this person wants to reach out. Damn it. Okay, never mind. I'm just trying to put the deck back in its box. It's like not opening. Okay. So yeah, that is what I'm seeing for you guys. I really hope that helps. I know that it kind of got confusing there with the friend zone stuff. But it's very possible. For some of you. And I'm sorry that that message came through. It's not for everybody. Especially, like I said, if they've told you that they already had romantic feelings, then disregard that, you know, as a possibility. But I'm wishing you guys the very, very best. Let me know if you like the reading. Leave me a comment below if you want to. That helps a lot. I love hearing your guys', reading your guys' comments. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you on the next reading, okay? Bye-bye. Hello, my friends. If you chose group number 5, this is your reading. So let's find out, what is your person thinking? What's on their mind in regards to this connection? What do you need to know? Now, your song, I'll start with, is Red Bone by Childish Gambino. And this song, I think one of the things that really sticks out to me is, like, if you want it, you can have, you know, you can have it. I think if you need it, we can make it, you know. So it's kind of like come at me kind of energy. Very interesting. Okay. This person, especially for those of you that have had a falling out, this is a person who wants to restore the connection. Okay? They might want to make things all better. Now, if you haven't had a problem, maybe you're having some personal problems and this person wants to make it all better. We do have this reconciliation card, though. So for many of you, this person might be thinking about how to reconcile with you. Now, Look at this. We have this mother and daughter, and then the dog bite. So there's like some owies going on. Maybe this person wants to like kind of make things better for you, and that might be, how can I make it better, especially if they've kind of done you wrong, right? With the dog here biting the girl, certainly if they've done something wrong, they're thinking about how to fix that, how to bring back restoration, balance, that sort of thing. I think that this person really thinks of you highly. With the Nine of Pentacles, there could be a lot of attraction to your physical self as well. There could be a level of like, for some of you, this person might be trying to like kind of work on themselves at this time too. I want to talk about the Temperance card, and I've shown this to some of the groups here. I always like to look at my major arcana in this book. It's one of my oldest, it's an old book, it's not in print anymore, but it has such wonderful descriptions, and sometimes I'll use it. So when it talks about the Temperance card, it says, your partner is both wise and generous, able to see both sides of any argument. He or she is an expert negotiator whose innate kindness brings out the best in everyone. Fluid thinkers who can philosophically accept and eventually resolve limitations and difficulties are denoted by Temperance. This individual does not waste time fretting if immediate aims cannot be achieved. Instead, he or she is shrewd enough to ask why such aims are being blocked and look for some meaning within. Since your partner seeks harmony above all, your relationship promises to be a balanced one. This person prefers calm discussions to rows and has enough self-esteem to examine differences between you before they turn into insurmountable difficulties. Therapists of every kind are often linked to this card, as are diplomats, musicians, philosophers, and alchemists. Your partner is not concerned with dominance, knowing intuitively that within a relationship each partner plays many roles. Each role is valid, each role plays a part in deepening the relationship between you. That's interesting because it's about a person who wants peace, essentially. So if this person, okay, now if you've hurt this person, that could be on their mind too. It doesn't have to be that this person's hurt you. In fact, you could have hurt this person, okay? It can go either way, by the way. But this is a person I think that doesn't really like conflict. They're not really into it. And they would like for things to be better and more possibly, nicer. We also have temperance, the gift of this card, in terms of relationship. It says temperance can signify the calm after an emotional and stormy patch. It's most likely to appear in the context of an existing partnership, for it signifies a mature awareness of each other's needs and wishes. Clarifying mutual expectations takes time, and it rarely occurs in the first flush of romance. Temperance, who presides over the flow of life between her twin vessels, denotes the fusion of intuition and logic. This card is also linked symbolically with tantric sexual practices. At the core of this ancient philosophy lies the doctrine of spiritual ecstasy and transcendence through love. In its purest form, your relationship contains this magical potential for sexual alchemy. As heart, mind, body, and soul exchange the potent energies of love, a blending occurs which enables the couple to rise above any differences or conflicts. Their love is transformative, each giving a precious gift to the other. True sexual harmony, which is a perfect combination of masculine and feminine energies, is one of the spiritual aims of Tantra, and one which may infuse your relationship now. Potentially, you can be all to each other: friend, sibling, parent, lover, inspiration, and guide. Should temperance augur a future relationship, it suggests something lasting. This relationship is strong enough to go through many phases. It usually occurs between two people who have already formed relationships in the past, having learned by their mistakes, and they're ready for a different kind of experience, and are willing to adopt a more balanced approach to love. Temperance favors second marriages and reconciliations for this reason. Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. For some of you, this could be like a person who's been hurt in the past and wants to kind of have a better experience in love. And for others of you, it may be that if you've had a problem with this person, it's like they want to reconcile it, So it's going to kind of work differently for you guys. But this is somebody who hopes, I think, for the future, particularly. It's interesting, we have the Nine of Pentacles and abundance. And abundance says, keep a positive mindset, manifest exactly what you want, gratitude and bliss. And I do feel like that there are a lot of positive associations with you as well. Like I said, temperance and the Nine of Pentacles aren't really implying that any negative feelings. I also get the sense that this person feels very drawn to you with the numinous card. There is something kind of very intuitive about this. It's interesting. Libra, it's how, you know, it's a sign of partnership, of marriage, of long-term relationships, of one-on-one relationships too. And it can be about balance and you know, kind of seeing both sides of you know, the coin. I do feel like this person really wants to work on things with you. And again, like if this is a second relationship or you know, even a second marriage, or like they've been through a lot and you haven't had an argument, I think this is a person who's really thinking about how to kind of balance things out with you. Like they're coming to it, the relationship, I think from a pretty good place mentally or emotionally. We also have camera. It says reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learn from the past and make memories. And again, if this person's hurt you in the past or has been hurt in the past, it's like they want to make new memories. Like they don't want to live the patterns that they've lived before. So they might be trying to implement different behaviors. And they might be thinking about that, because sometimes it's not easy. We get confronted with like situations, and normally we would have reacted one way in the past, and we're like, no, that didn't work in the past. I need to approach it differently. Okay? So, spirit guides and angels. But definitely a sexual kind of union here, possibly. We have I'm not ready, and I fantasize about you. So they might not be ready in some way just quite yet. I have a hard time opening up. Maybe they're not ready to open up fully. I feel bad for hurting you. So for those of you where they've hurt you, they do feel guilty about that. You bring out the best and the worst in me. And that's the thing about that kind of wanting to change behaviors. It might be that, you know, like kind of this like little demon wakes up, you know, like jealousy as an example. And they thought, I'll never be like that but in a future relationships. And then it just kind of pops out, you know, but then they try to confront it. People aren't perfect as they're trying to change. And maybe that's the thing. Maybe this person really wants to be a different person, but they just need to kind of work on that. We have, I don't know how to handle you. So maybe they don't know exactly how to handle the situation as well. For those of you, maybe they want to come back, but they're afraid you'll bite them. Like they want to heal it, right? They want to make everything better. But then they're like, oh, but what if they bite me? Wait, yeah, oh my God, we have let's make peace. So this is somebody who wants to make peace in this connection, for sure, no doubt. Oh, we have I love you. So it's a person with love in their heart and a lot of caring. Bleeding. I'm like making a mess here, sorry. I can't give you what you want. So there might be something about this person feeling like they can't give you what you want. And we have, if I ever touch you, I'll never stop. Yeah. Somebody who really wants to get touchy with you. I want to see you. Yeah. And I just don't feel the same. I'm going to ask about this. I just don't feel the same. I'm kind of curious for you guys. Because I've seen this card come out in different ways before, and I want to see, what is this I just don't feel the same about? This is weird. We have the Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, King of Swords, and the Star coming out. These are not cards that tell me this person doesn't have something serious on their mind. It could be that this person, okay, has kind of like hopes and dreams when it comes to this connection of like really good stuff, but maybe they don't see things the same way. Or like by somehow they maybe aren't really seeing the possibilities the same as you. Something along those lines. I don't think this is a person who lacks feelings though. Maybe it's about the possibilities for the future, or certain decisions that are a little bit different. But I don't feel like this is somebody who lacks the feelings. Maybe they don't see it as, like, they don't feel it's as easy as you think it is, or something along those lines. You know what I'm saying? For some of you, of course, there might be... No, I don't... I really feel like that's what's kind of going on here. Is that this person maybe doesn't see the possibility like you do, or something like that. Let's see here. So yeah, we definitely have a desire for physical contact. But there's also, like, I can't give you what you want. Why can't they get what they want? Like, what is this? Like, why can't I? Why can't they get? Oh, damn. That got caught. There might be a third party for some of you, because the Three of Pentacles keeps coming out. Maybe it's, like, not the right time. If there's a third party or something, or, like, some third influence here, it might be that they're wanting to wait until, like, there's just two of you. Okay? And that might be what these cards are meaning. So if that's not the case, there's a good chance that these particular cards aren't going to, like, resonate with you. Like, that I just don't feel the same, or I can't give you what you want. I feel like that's going to be more specifically for those of you that are in, like, maybe a third party type of thing. But I really get the sense of somebody who really cares a lot about you. And that's kind of what's on their mind. I feel like a lot want to kind of, like, make amends, want to make peace with you, as an example. That kind of thing here. Let me just see, what would they want the most? Group 5's person, what would they want the most at this moment? Oh, the Eight of Wands. Okay, to travel towards you, to talk towards you, to send you a message, as an example. To stop holding on, to offer you something. Like, to maybe see you physically, to maybe give you a gift, possibly, as well. This is about, yeah, justice. It's about, they want to, like, kind of iron things out between the two of you. And again, if there's a third party thing, it's like they want just the two of you. They don't want some other influences there. Again, I feel like possibly, like, travel here, seeing you, messaging you, talking to you. Yep, Page of Cups. Like, offering you something. So yeah, I don't feel like this person doesn't necessarily feel the same as you. I think that there's just some kind of maybe ideological differences. Possibly. Because sometimes that happens. People have different ideas about things. Sometimes. All the time. All the time. But, yeah. That's what I'm seeing here. I do feel like this person really thinks highly of you, though. Like, very, very highly of you. And they would want things to kind of work out, I think, between the two of you. And it's like they want to make it all better. I really do get that, too. They're thinking about, how can I make this all better? And if they did say something, they're very sorry about it. And they would want to apologize. So that's what I'm seeing for those of you that chose group number 5, the last group. I really hope this resonated with you. I hope it gave you some insight into the person that's on your mind. I'm sending you guys lots of love. And I hope that, you know, this reading finds you well. If you liked it, please leave me a comment. Let me know by liking the video, subscribing, and stuff like that. But take care, guys, and I'll see you on the next reading. Bye-bye.